Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very 75th episode of Cool Down Timer. My name is Neefu, and with me today I am joined by Zingles, Artman.
Howdy, ghouls and ghosties.
And from the frozen wastelands of Alaska, Mark Hamilton.
Too spooky.
It's a spooky day.
It's very spoopy.
You know what I just realized? So yeah, it's getting to spoopy time of year, which means that we're basically at our anniversary again.
Nice.
Yay.
What is this? This is...
You did it.
3 years?
I still remember when the grounds opened up and we came crawling out of our sulfurous home to annoy and inspire and to dream and perhaps to love.
Speaking of love,
you
guys, patch 7.1 comes out tomorrow, and I'm so excited.
No, it doesn't. It comes out on Tuesday. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday.
Whatever. It comes out 24th. Whatever.
25th. All your information is wrong.
All right, fine. Whatever. It comes out Tuesday.
Yes, it does.
Was this like a Warcraft or something?
It is a Warcraft. It's a return to Karazhan. I'm excited. They're adding a new...
Do you go to Karazhan in a caravan?
I'm going to. They're adding a new 5-man dungeon, which is the return to Karazhan. Karazhan was a full raid in the Burning Crusade expansion, I believe.
It was a full raid in the Burning Crusade.
Shut up.
To Karazhan with my man Stan.
So they remade it as like a 5-man dungeon, and then there's new Suramar story stuff, and there's a new 3-boss raid, and I am excited for all of it. And the only thing I'm not excited for is the only thing that Neefu cares about. So, which is the vendor.
The only reason I care about it is because it was going to crash the market I was dealing in, so I had to make sure I emptied my inventory. That's the only reason I cared about.
You and your markets. Yeah, he would. It was funny because like every time, like every couple days, he just messaged me and be like, "Do we know when it's coming out yet? Do we know when 7.1's coming out yet?" I'm like, "No, no one knows."
Yeah, because I would have like 150,000 gold in my inventory worth of ores that I wanted to make sure I sold before the patch came out.
So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome.
Is there any spoopy things happening in WoW?
Well, the Hallows End event is going on right now, but it's kind of fun. You can trick or treat and dress up and
kill the headless
horseman. Yeah. And then the new Overwatch hero is also coming out pretty soon, I think.
Is he or she spoopy?
I don't know. Her name is Sombra.
Doesn't sound spoopy.
I think
sounds
she's
like a
kind of a jerk. I actually don't know anything about her. I just know that like the rumors are she's gonna be hitting the PTR, I think this week. So
to be honest,
for those of you who don't know, that's the public test realm where they basically
it's the public test robot. No,
yes,
I believe it's the public test ragu.
The public test rabbit. We need to stop testing on rabbits though. So.
I like that public test rabbit. That's a rabbit that plays Overwatch.
Anyway, so that's all exciting Blizzard stuff. I'm excited for all of it.
I'm happy for you and your excitement for all of it.
I'm dragging you through Karazhan.
I will probably be more interested in doing that than the raids because it's 5 people and not 3 hours for 2 nights a week.
Fair enough. Well, like I said though, we don't raid very much. Like a 6-hour raid week, that's not much. Not much at all.
That's not much compared to other raid guilds. But compared to someone who doesn't raid, 6 hours spent doing something is significantly more than no hours spent doing something.
But it's fun.
Your definition of fun would, to me, involve multiple attacks of diarrhea and stomach problems and anxiety and all of that stuff. So, yay!
Why?
Fun!
I don't understand.
Because
you
have what? 20 people?
Give or take. Actually, less than that. Yeah, 20 people that you're not really talking to, except for like 4 people that are like the people that talk.
The talk people. What do they say? Do they say, you cast a spell and you hit him with your sword?
No. It's mainly stuff like, entangling vines coming up behind you. Stack on the tree. Things like that. Those are the things that get said a lot. We spent a long time on Cenarius the other night. Sorry, those are all Cenarius things.
Okay. Well, again, I'm happy for you. I will probably do Karazhan. We've spent way too much time talking about WoW over the last handful of episodes.
What can you say? They're doing good shit. Speaking of WoW, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, I did want to spend a minute retrospectively discussing our history with this show, because the other day I was, again, so talking about this being our 3rd anniversary-ish, October here. I recently went through and kind of cataloged all of our episodes, and some of the earlier episodes didn't have the same kind of information on them that I wanted, like titling and whatever. Moving on. But so I was jumping through a lot of the episodes, and it was just interesting hearing back through all of the life events that we've experienced that have gone on in the background of still doing this show. One of the episodes, if I remember correctly, was Zam talking about how he got engaged one week, and there was the episode, I believe, that I don't remember. There's a lot of just life events that have happened that we've talked about on the show, and it's just
sunrise, sunset.
I don't know. I guess that's all. We've been doing this show a while.
I guess it's amazing how much can happen. It feels like ever since I graduated from college, it feels like time's just been flying by. And yet, if I stop to think about it, a lot of stuff has happened.
Mm-hmm. I think I've moved 6 times since the show has started.
That's a lot of movement.
Well, and when we first started the show, you were living at one place and we were recording in a car because we didn't have any other good place. We didn't have any good mics at all. And it was just those first couple episodes are just horrendous. And then you finally moved to one place, and then I got new mics, and that was within the first 3 or 4 months of doing stuff. And that was when we first incorporated Mark into everything. And so that was where we did quite a bit of the podcast stuff until I realized I was going to be moving soon, and that it would have been best for the survival of the show if we just started doing Skype stuff to better withstand the move and the big adjustments coming up. I am really concerned that I am talking or my mic is too loud, so I'm going to quickly adjust that. But yeah, no, we've been a lot of places with this.
Yeah, speaking of which, I moved again, so that's another life event.
That's why we're recording on a Sunday when it's supposed to be coming out instead of on earlier in the week.
So how many locations have you moved between? Because you moved 6 times.
4 locations.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I agree with your math.
Good. It wasn't up for debate.
So I was actually really okay with the fact that you mentioned that you might need to delay recording this week, because earlier this week there were a couple rumors.
Oh my God, you're pregnant.
No. No.
Keep going.
There were a couple rumors earlier this week that we were going to get news on the Nintendo NX, which ended up coming true.
Except they pulled a little switcheroony on us with the name.
Funny.
I get it. It's because it's called the Switch now.
No, it's just the Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
Now was not supposed to be part of the name, but
Switch Now.
I can imagine Nintendo naming a product
The Switch
Now. Yeah.
So the basic premise of the Switch is it's kind of combining both the handheld and home console markets that Nintendo has dealt with. You know,
you get your Game Boy, you get your not a Game Boy that you plug into the TV.
Mark,
yeah?
I'm sorry to inform you about this, but the Game Boy's been dead for about 10 or 15 years.
I don't know, but you got like what do you call it? It's got the 2 screens on it.
The DS,
yeah.
The dual screen.
Yeah. It's basically a Game Boy.
Did we lose you, Zach? Or Sam? Or
can you hear
whatever
me?
your name is?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm back now.
Listen, it's called a Nintendo DS, but it's a Game Boy, okay?
It is not a Game Boy. It's a DS. It was supposed to originally have been a separate line, but then they killed the Game Boy.
Because the DS is basically a Game Boy.
Your mom is basically a Game Boy.
I think the most important thing here
you
is
mean
that
she's a classic that is loved by millions?
The controller
yes, she is
called a Joy-Con, which is the worst name ever.
Oh, okay. So yeah, back to the Switch here.
Grab the Joy-Con, and you may enjoy Zelda, Mario.
What? They're Japanese, not French.
I was like, I should do a Japanese accent, and I thought, no, my Japanese accent sounds really racist. Let's just make it vaguely foreign.
Vaguely foreign is fine.
Now I want French bread with like some garlic.
Why have the French never made a gaming console?
I can think of a couple of racist joke reasons why not, but I'll just leave them out of it for now.
Now you're making me curious, but I'm not going to... Okay, hold on.
The Super Baguette XP. That was vaguely Japanese sounding. I don't know what my problem is. I guess I didn't want to sound too French and... What are the I don't. There is no immediately jumping out French video game console.
No, the French do have a console. It's called the Oui Oui.
Nah.
And how come you never see a communist government put out a game console? You know, there's no Soviet Russian answer to the Atari. You know, there's no Chinese Xbox. I mean, there's plenty of Chinese Xboxes, but you know.
I feel like the answer to that question is probably being answered by some like master's business student or something in like a really large like thesis paper or something.
I mean, the
Speaking
Russians
of
invented
thesis
Tetris, the most popular video game of all time. And yet, what did they have to play it on? I ask you.
Did you know that when Tetris originally came to the United States, it was an illegal port? Like, they did not have the rights to sell Tetris here at first.
That makes sense.
Moving on. So back to the Switch. Or, unless Sam wanted to talk about something else.
Nope.
Okay. So the Switch...
It's a tablet that you can
Imagine
plug
a
into
tablet.
a TV.
Imagine a tablet that has these little small controller things that you can slide in on both sides.
Let me describe it better. Imagine the future.
Picture, if you will, a console, yet not a console.
Well, I mean, we all knew it was going to be some hybrid between.
It was exactly everything that was in the leaked patents from a couple months back. There was no surprise about it. It was exactly what we expected it was going to be.
I'm a bit curious as to whether it will have the power necessary to compete with other consoles.
So I was reading a bit about it, and the processor, the prime processing units or whatever that it has in it, or the processing unit that the one that it has is based on, would make it comparable to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but not the Scorpio and PS4 Pro that are going to be coming out within the next year or so. So comparable with the stuff that's currently on the market, not the stuff that's going to soon be on the market. But then again, the first Wii, wasn't even an HD gaming system, and it oversold the PS3 and the Xbox 360 by a boatload. So,
my biggest worry is battery life.
That is definitely something to be concerned about.
Because, I mean, I don't think most people are going to a Nintendo system going okay, I need tap in graphics. No, you don't. You go there for Mario. And Zelda.
Well, and that's been the case over the last couple years because of the lack of third-party support. But the Switch seems to have quite a bit of third-party support, so that may not be as
tell me those big video game company names that are giving us some third-party support here, Neefu. Lay them on me.
Do you want they tweeted a picture that has a huge list? If you give me 30 seconds, I can go grab it.
But the important thing is that the new Zelda's coming out on the Switch. Which means I might have to make the switch to the Switch.
I wonder what this Zelda will be about. Will you collect items? Will there be boss monsters?
Have you not seen any of the videos for Breath of the Wild?
Why would I? I'm not getting a Switch.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Mark, by the way, I saw a video game the other day.
Switch? Witch? Halloween? Spoopy.
I do.
Continue.
Let's see. We got 505 games. I don't remember what they do. Activision, Atlas, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Capcom, EA, From Software.
Wait, did you just say From Software?
Why, yes, I did.
Well, I'm half-mast right now.
Sega, Nordic,
what is this
Telltales,
From done?
Ubisoft.
Now my heart is just gone. From does Dark Souls.
Warner Brothers, Starbreeze,
never heard
Unity, Epic, Traveler's Tales, Havoc.
That's a lot of people.
And that's just
are they all making a game? Are they all getting together for a potluck at Switch's house?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm glad to hear it'll get more love than the Wii U has gotten.
Well, it's also going to get more love for the Wii U, or than the Wii U has gotten, because they're able to, not have to divide up their first party developers between doing games for two different systems. They can just set both sets of game developers on working for the same system.
I'm just imagining someone at Nintendo working on the Wii U, and it's done, and what should we do for our next one? He's like, well, you see this Wii U controller? That. Because that's what it looks like when you got the things plugged into it. It looks like a Wii U controller.
Yes, but if you think about it, a lot of people, the way that the Wii U was a, marketing disaster. But a lot of people, when they first saw the Wii U, assumed that they were going to be, that they would be able to take the controller out and about with them, And I mean, even people who had it were like, man, I wish that I could take this, controller out with me, or at the very least, use it in the bathroom with the door closed, because the range is so short.
I was about to say, I know that Neefu has tried pooping with the Wii. So...
Do you remember that one time we were playing Smash Bros. And I brought over my Wavebird, and like I kicked your guys' butt in the bathroom with the door closed just because I was button mashing. I remember that. That was
More
a good
like
time. Moving
butt in mashing.
on. Nyak, nyak, nyak.
What am I, 12? What's wrong with me? I'm gonna go think about my life. I have a wife. I have a cat.
But yeah, so in a lot of ways, well, and actually Sam was mentioning this the other day, that if you look at the Switch, you can see in a lot of ways the history of Nintendo and their products in the device.
Yeah.
Like,
It's got a little bit of everything, pretty much.
Like, so the as you were mentioning, part of it looks like the Wii U gamepad.
it
But-
really looks like almost completely like it.
Exactly. But so then you can slide off the two controllers and
It's a
have
tablet.
one in each hand, like the Wiimote. But then you can also turn it on its side. Each one of those individual Joy-Cons you can turn on their side, like the NES, the SNES. But it also has a little controller attachment thing just that you can slide them into that looks like a GameCube controller.
So they literally took all of their stuff and were like, how do we combine everything?
Well, and it even like gets rid of the D-pad, but replaces it with like something that basically looks like the N64 C-pad. And it was funny, some people were, talking about it on the internet, as they do, and they were just commenting about how they see it, and all of a sudden they just can't, they just start imagining playing the Ocarina again, because Ocarina of Time and playing the Ocarina with the C-pad.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the thing that we had to do.
We made music and magic happen.
Magical music. Magical
Yes.
melodies.
Okay, now we can move on to something else.
Something spoopy. I'm stoked. I'm living in a house right now.
Good.
In-laws.
Good.
Congratulations.
Well, it's not an apartment, and I grew up in the woods,
Yes, you did.
a very long ways from anyone. This is the first Halloween where kids might come to my door. I'm so stoked. Nobody else is, but I am. I'm like, I'm gonna man that candy bowl. I'm gonna be like, oh, what are you, a wizard? It's gonna be great. I'm so excited.
Cool. That happened to me a couple of years ago, except I didn't care and I didn't come to the door.
I have done it the last 2 years, but I've done these like little Halloween displays. And last year was horribly disappointing because nobody showed up. But this year it looks like there's more people that have moved into the area. So fingers crossed.
What kind of you got a display this year?
The display is him scaring small children.
Well, I just like setting up a little something for, the kids. If they want a little bit of extra candy, they can go into the scary place.
That's gonna get you on a watch
creepy.
list.
Yeah.
With the way that I worded that, I totally, yep, it sounded terrible.
Oh, man.
Hey kid, there's some
You
extra
want some
candy.
extra candy?
Just come
over
on
here
down to the
scary
basement.
place.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. I made a jack-o'-lantern.
Nice.
We're probably going to do our jack-o'-lanterns later this week sometime. Kind of have to. So, Mark, we were talking about spoopy stuff.
Oh, I just trick or treat,
Oh,
that's
but
it.
I
not
thought you
actually
were using that
spoopy.
as a segue.
Mark, do you ever watch horror movies, Mark?
No, I don't. I don't like spoopy things. They get in my brain.
Okay, can we stop saying spoopy?
Why? Do you have a problem with spoopy things?
Yes.
Actually, I should say I love spoopy things because
Oh
it's
my
things
God.
that aren't really
Oh
spooky.
my god.
They're stupid. I think spoopy started out as a meme because someone took a picture of a dollar store ghost that said "Have a spoopy Halloween" on it. But no,
You should watch The Babadook.
no, I won't.
And It Follows, because I know that specifically would scare you, even though it was not a scary movie at all.
And listen, I got my scariness by watching Let's Plays of Sister Location this year, so
How many diapers did you go through?
I don't...
He doesn't eat diapers anymore.
It's
Chill out.
fun. It's fun when it's a Let's Play because someone else is getting scared.
Okay.
And
If
they
we're
scream
talking
and they
about
make noise.
if we're talking about spooky stuff, kind of scary
I'm not familiar.
stuff.
Why are you pronouncing it that way? I'm not familiar with that pronunciation.
Did I tell you guys about Hello Neighbor yet?
No. Is it Spoopy?
Too spoopy.
Okay. So it's this game that is currently in development, and they kind of released a little bit
that's
of a
very
alpha
spooky.
thing. Yes. But so the basic
The
premise
game
is
never left alpha.
the basic premise is that you're a kid that lives in a neighborhood, like little cul-de-sac type thing, and your neighbor across the street
Sets up a Halloween display and says, if you want some more candy, you're going to have to go in the scary space.
Oh, damn it. You're trying to get into his basement.
Okay. You're trying to get into the neighbor's basement. Why? What's the motivation?
I'm sorry, I can't.
Because at this point, I don't know if they've really established much about it. It's mostly just the gameplay loop that they're dealing with at this point. But basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to sneak into your neighbor's basement without them catching you.
Okay.
And so you'll throw something through their window so they come out and check the window, leaving their door open so you can sneak in the door.
What, is this like full 3D or is
Yes.
it like, okay.
Yes, and it's almost got like a Pixar-esque art style.
Oh. But spoopy?
Yes.
What is it? Sorry, what was it again? It's what? It's
Nothing. Don't worry about it. So they released a pre-alpha for people who are on the mailing list recently, and so I got to check it out. And while it's pre-alpha, so it's glitchy, but oh my gosh, this game is going to be fun when it comes out. It is terrifying because the moment you enter his house and you don't know where he is, it's just it you know how Mark has talked about how he's terrified of dolls and that kind of thing,
And the ocean. Darkness.
I'm terrified about being in places where I'm not supposed to be, where I can get in trouble.
Yeah, no, that's pretty scary.
So even if it's as simple as, you're a neighborhood vandal trying to check out your neighbor's house, it's
What happens?
I think that even makes it more terrifying than, something that's supernatural or whatever.
Supernatural. Well,
there's
I
also
guess.
that was it Jason the Voorhees whatever goddamn
Halloween.
yeah that one.
No, Friday the
that's-
13th.
No, Friday the 13th.
Halloween's the other fella with the mask.
The other fellow with
the
the
white
mask.
mask.
Michael
Myers,
I believe.
And then there's Freddy Krueger.
Ah, dang it. I was actually trying to say Michael Moore to make a joke, and I said the real name instead because I thought Michael Moore was Michael Myers.
Gosh.
Let's see. But yeah, there's that game. That's the thing that's happening.
Oh, did you guys, it's been out a while, but did you see that game where it's one of those multiplayer games, kind of like Evolve, except one guy's a serial killer and everyone else is trying to, it's like Dead by Dawn?
You mean also just like the Friday the 13th game?
I don't know, I'm just talking about Dead by Dawn.
It sounded an awful lot like you were talking about the Friday the 13th game.
I haven't even heard of a Friday the 13th game.
Well, there's a Friday the 13th game.
And it sounds a lot like what you're describing.
Well, what's it called? Is it called Dead by Dawn? Because
No, it's
the
called
same
Friday
game.
the 13th. Unless Dead by Dawn was the game that was originally being made before the Friday the 13th people gave them the rights.
Yeah, I just love that.
Oh, it's Dead by Daylight.
They were like, "Oh, you're doing this thing? Have some rights because that'd be cool."
Dead by Daylight, not Dead by Dawn.
No, Dead by Dawn
that's a
sounds
different
better.
thing. It does, doesn't it? But I guess it's already like a heavy metal album or something from the 80s. I don't know.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Anyway, I thought it looked interesting because it's like...
See, here's the primary difference. In Dead by Daylight, it's 1v4.
Yeah.
In the Friday the 13th game, it's 1v7. Also, it's an officially licensed Friday the 13th game.
Okay.
Not some
I never really...
knockoff.
I have not seen the movies, but I have read about them because I like enjoying horror films through non-horror media. And wasn't like in the first game, he's not even a killer. It's his mom is the killer. Spoilers.
I don't even know anything about it other than
He
there's
doesn't
a
even,
dude with
he's
a
not
knife
even
or
in
something.
the movie in the very first one.
Yeah, he was like, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while, he's like the kid that drowns or something, and then
Yeah,
his mom...
he was like, he was a kid with some problems, some sort of developmental problems, who went to a camp and got drowned. And his mom is taking revenge, and everyone thinks it's like his ghost or something. But it's just this nice old lady who's killing everyone. That was like the
nice
twist.
is relative, but
She appeared nice. Until she started murdering people.
I believe that is correct. But then, if I remember correctly, like the "oh, it's finally over," or is it moment is like
Oh yeah,
him
it's like
coming
he
out of the
jumps
water
out
and
of the
like,
lake.
yeah, pulling
Only he
someone
doesn't
in.
even look like, he doesn't have a ski mask or anything. He just looks like a dude who's lived in a lake.
Right.
And then in one of the sequels, he was in space.
They got weird.
Yeah, well, a lot of the 80s horror movies.
We should get a Leprechaun game. You ever seen
Okay.
them? I've never seen them. I've just heard about them. But it's horror movies, but the horror thing that's killing everyone is a leprechaun. And it was purposely done stupidly. Like the second one was Leprechaun in the Hood, where he
And there's
kills a bunch of
any
innocent-
raps and stuff in it.
Yep, and then he goes to space. Leprechaun.
Okay. Good to
I mean,
know.
isn't sending all of our horror monsters to space really a good idea? Like, just get rid of them.
I don't know. You don't put Alien in a summer camp in the 80s. You know? It's not-
Why is that not been a thing?
Mark, you need to at least watch Cabin in the Woods.
I should.
That one you at least need
It's
to
not
watch.
scary.
But that's because I already know everything about it.
It's very good.
I have seen all the Evil Dead movies.
Have you watched the Evil Dead show?
No.
It's
'cause
very good.
I'm sure. And here's the
It's
thing.
not scary.
I don't have my own to watch it with. I have no means of accessing it on my own outside of piracy. So,
I mean, technically you do, but it involves $10 once.
I said, no way, it's impossible. It can't be done. If I don't watch it on the TV, it's just not happening.
Wait, what do you mean if you're not watching it on the TV?
My in-laws have stars, but they're not interested in watching it. And,
No, like,
I guess you can
what
DVR it.
all you should be able to, like, need is an email account login underneath their account that you can then log into the Stars website with.
Well, I'll have to look into it. But to be honest, I'm mostly dodging the question because I don't feel like watching another TV show.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm still making my way through Deep Space Nine. Man, there are a lot of episodes.
There are a lot of episodes. I've fallen behind on that.
I never was watching it, so I have not fallen behind.
And I finally watched Zootopia because it's on Netflix.
As a part of the big, huge Netflix Disney deal that took the Disney movies away from Stars.
Yeah, well, good. 'Cause I got to watch Zootopia.
Do you have any thoughts or feelings about it that you would like to express?
I guess that it was a good movie. I like Mr. Lasseter. Think he's a regular figure, like Walt Disney. You know,
Awesome.
He makes good movies.
Cool.
And the rabbit and the fox became friends. Spoilers. And that's nice. And there was prejudice and flowers. Yay! There was also at least one elephant. This has been Mark's Movie Reviews. We'll see you next time when we talk about, I don't know,
It
Cape
follows.
Fear, Man Under Car, and movie.
Oh no! Now you're starting to sound like one of those internet or like interdimensional cable episodes.
Yeah.
Or the
The worst episodes of that show.
I like them. It's funny.
I actually don't know what this is.
It's Rick and Morty. But it's they
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, I watched
International
all that. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I told you or not.
You liked it, right?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, all right. Well, then we're good
Translation. I don't want to offend you guys, but
It kept me entertained.
then. New season coming out
yeah.
at some point in the future. So
Okay.
I think we've lost steam. I have a brand new computer.
Oh, no, I was about to say let's wrap it up.
I just want to say I got my brand new computer. It's
Nobody
great.
cares about your new computer
I
because
got
you're not using it to record the podcast on,
because
so you can't get good audio.
the problem is when you have a good computer, your wife wants to play on when you podcast. So we'll get that sorted out. But I got to play Vermintide with Sam. Oh, excuse me. And I actually could see what I was doing, which was great.
Nice to know that I was remembered when I was playing with you.
Yeah, we played Borderlands 2. It was cool.
Well, I played Vermintide with you too.
were you there? I don't know. There were so many people. No, yes, I also played with Neefu. Sam was there first, so he was first in my brain. Just
And I
like
played the
our
longest,
friendship.
so.
No, wait, Neefu's first.
Nice to know that the night before when I said, "Hey, let me know when you're playing tomorrow and I'll happily join you." Totally slipped your mind, and I had to approach both of you guys when I saw you both were like, "Oh, they're playing Vermintide." And then I find out after I've joined in that they've just barely snuck me in because they invited a fourth other player to play.
Yeah, you
Listen.
weren't online when I was getting the group together, so suck it.
I was just like, Sam, I want to play. You know people online, and Neefu's not currently on the internet, I think.
Yep.
And he was just like, I got you covered. I got internet friends everywhere.
Yeah, I pulled a
Okay.
couple of them out, and they were about to hop on, and then Neefu popped on, so we snuck him in instead, and then he left
It was all
after
great.
one game.
We had a lot of fun. And my goodness,
Ew.
Civ 5 plays so fast now.
That's weird because
Mark,
it plays
here-
slow even when it's playing fast.
Here's the problem, Mark. I hate to disappoint you here, but you got your computer to play Civ 5 at the wrong time
What?
because Civ 6 just came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
You just have to wait till it goes down to $10.
I spent so much money on the computer. I'm waiting for Christmas sales in a couple
Oh, I mean,
months
that's
to
like
get all the new stuff.
The thing is, you're always a couple months away from a Steam sale.
Yeah. You know? It's like, I
Unless
don't even
you-
understand Steam pre-orders. I can't get in the mindset of someone who does that.
I've pre-ordered a couple things.
do it
Why?
occasionally.
It's
Because-
available instantly to everyone.
Because
you
why
don't
not?
run out of shelf space.
No, because sometimes, like for example, like with The Witcher, there was a discount type thing going on where like the more of their games that you owned, if you pre-ordered the game, you got a discount off of the game.
Well, that's pretty good.
And I knew I was going to buy it even if it was trash.
And the other
The
thing
Civ- the
is
Civ 6.
I pre-ordered Fallout 4 and had it installed for when it was ready to go. So
Well, that's nice. Civ 6's pre-order bonus was, hey, you get to play as one of the factions that no one else will get to play as until 6 months later. Then everyone will get it. I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, that just sounds like.
I wasn't that keen on it.
Yeah.
No, I was actually really surprised because I love me those turn-based games, 4X games, and Civ 5 and Endless Legend. The turns go so fast now. Used to be I had to have a book.
You're
at the
talking
ready.
about like when the computers are going.
Yeah, it's like normally I'm used to next turn. It's like, all right, I need to do something for 30 to 40 seconds. But now it's like next turn, doop 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 doop. It's your turn again. What?
Actually, like legitimately, you should look into Overwatch.
I should, and I am going to.
Because that's one that's like it's
Going to look into it or going to purchase it?
I am going to purchase it. I just don't know when.
Yeah,
I don't know. Does Origin do any kind of seasonal sale?
It's not Origin. It's Blizzard.
So no.
Oh, that's right. It's Blizzard.
And,
For some reason, I thought it was EA for a second.
Yes,
No,
they do from time to time, but I don't know if they will. I don't know why they would do it on Overwatch just yet.
Yeah, it's too new. But
they might. There is a possibility, but
probably not.
I wouldn't hold out too much hope until next Christmas.
That said, it's a great game. In fact, I was telling Neefu before we started that I think design-wise, like, it may be a perfect game, at least to me. Like, everything about it is so perfect. And as much as, like, I do wish it had single player and stuff like that, like, it is perfect, though. And I don't say that every day.
Cool. I only played a little bit during the beta, and I don't expect I will purchase it anytime soon because I know me well enough to know that there is not enough in there to keep my interest.
Yeah, I just did competitive for the first time. Got my tin ranking matches or whatever done.
Well, I'm happy for you.
It's a thing.
On that note of trying to segue off of Zam's obsession with Blizzard games, we have come to the end of episode 75. Mark.
Yes.
Question of the week.
Oh, question of the week is, tell us what spoopy things happened to you this Halloween.
Also,
And if you use the word spoopy, you are disqualified from potentially getting yourself a free Steam game.
everybody write in and just wish us a spoopy Halloween, and you will make my day. So, spoopy, scary skeletons.
Oof, they sent shivers down my spine.
Okay.
My multiple spines.
See, what was the question of the week? I already forgot.
Tell something spoopy.
Right, that's why I forgot. Because I can't understand it.
Okay. Alternatively, you could tell us. You could answer the question. What's the deal with? No, I don't know.
All
Just
right.
something spoopy,
You
or
can
spooky if you prefer, or frightening, or chilling, or terrifying, or dreadful, or fun. I don't know.
You could
That
send
happens on Halloween.
You can send your answers to contact us at cooldownttimer.com or send your responses to our Facebook page because we got one of those and nobody ever visits. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but there's been a bit of a restructure on how things are posted and uploaded and whatnot. SoundCloud only is going to be having our last couple episodes from now on because it's free that way. So, and we're not making any money from this. So, if you want to check out older episodes, there is a link on the SoundCloud page and a couple other places where you can go to a Google Drive page that has our complete backlog all the way back to our absolutely horrendous beginnings. Sorry. Yeah, so that is the end of episode 75. Have a great couple weeks, and may the spoopy ghosts be with you.
He said the thing.
No, I didn't.
Goodbye, everybody. He said the thing.
He totally said it.
cool down time, yeah.